Parallel to the war against ISIL, there's a whole other fight going on, and it is over unconfirmed reports in the media. British newspapers, the Sunday Times and the Daily Star, have quoted unnamed, quote-unquote, senior defense sources saying that the Royal Air Force that is targeting ISIL in Iraq is preparing for a confrontation with Russian jets. Moscow requested an urgent explanation from London over this, and the UK Foreign Office responded by officially describing the reports in the Daily Star and the Sunday Times as, quote-unquote, inaccurate. CNN and the New York Times have quoted their sources in the U.S. government suggesting that Russia is preparing for a ground offensive in Syria.
Well, several U.S. officials are now telling me that the observations have been made by U.S. intelligence that Russian artillery and rocket systems, heavy weapons essentially, are on the move in western Syria.
Here's Moscow's response.
I want to address such media outlets as CNN and the New York Times specifically. If you make such statements quoting some unnamed sources, please post our response to the allegations as well. Ground operations are not being considered or planned. And please use direct quotes from the Russian leadership on the subject.
Not bothering to ask is becoming a sort of a tendency.
A report on Syrian television says Moscow has confirmed it has bombed ISIS targets in the ancient Syrian city of Palmyra.
Moscow has not confirmed anything of the kind. Moreover,
newly released satellite images show the destruction by ISIL militants of the Bel Temple in the ancient Syrian city of Palmyra.
All the world media showed the aftermath of destruction of the unique ancient monuments in Palmyra by ISIL terrorists. After that, to blame the Russian Air Force for bombing Palmyra is, to say the least, unprofessional and beyond journalist ethics.
many headlines in the U.S. ran with the report that Russian missiles accidentally hit Iran. U.S. officials have not confirmed it, but they apparently didn't mind spreading the word.
U.S. officials tell CNN at least 4 missiles missed not only the targets, but the country, and crash landed in Iran.
I've seen those reports, but I'm not in a position to confirm them at this time.
Word today that some of the Russian cruise missiles fired from hundreds of miles away veered off course, landing far from their intended targets.
Moscow has yet again lashed out at such reports, saying all the missiles have hit their targets, and that Russia shows the launches and hits, quote unquote, virtually in real time. There's already a lot of tension between forces that are fighting ISIL in Syria. They have different strategies, different objectives. Some of the unconfirmed reports seem to add to the tension. In Washington, I'm Ganesh Chakyan, RT.